Hello ladies, what's up guys? Welcome back once again to my channel. I am Nkiruka Obaego. In case this is your first time of coming across my channel, I upload videos on how to cut and sew, sewing tips and tricks, okay? Better ways to go about your sewing career. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve the macrame technique, also known as surface cording. So guys, the macramé technique is conversant with the Parisians. They are the ones that use this method of sewing to beautify their dresses, such as blouse, jacket, gowns, skirts, you can name it. I've come up with some pictures to give you an insight of what we are talking about, okay? And I've done my research. I noticed that actually we have two ways whereby we can achieve this method. You can use your hand, that is hand sewing, or you can sew like this. In this place we saw that they are making use of a machine to also achieve the cording of their dress, okay? And here I have another picture that shows kind of beading, okay, in between the cords. This is just to beautify the dress, okay? So in today's tutorial, this is what I'm going to be treating. This is what I'm going to teach you guys. I've also learned that even the crocheters have adapted to this craft. As you can see here, they use it to come up with this beautiful design in this outfit. So without taking much of your time, let's dive into the video. So the necessary things you are going to be needing: your tape, your fashion fabric, your marker, chalk, okay, fabric marker, whichever one you have, and the desired cords. So here I have 4 sample of cords that we are going to be making use of. So guys, I would like you to note that these cords, they come in different sizes, okay? So whichever size you want to use depends on you. All right, so in today's tutorial, I'm going to be making use of this particular cord. This one I have here at hand, okay? Now the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to measure around this cord to know the amount of fabric I will be using, and then I will add my sewing allowance. So for me, I'm going to be cutting 1 inch of fabric, strips of fabric, 1 inch. It will be enough to cover up my cord, okay? And note that this 1 inch, I'm going to be cutting them in a bias form. Why? Because if you did not cut it in a bias form, you will have some foldings, such like like rumples, okay? But when you cut on a bias form, everything just blends in cases where you have curves and corners, you get. So it will follow the curves and corners without any ruffles. Did you get? So that is why we do cut on bias, for a neater outcome. So this is it. I've started marking out my 1 inch, okay? So I'm just going to continue, and after I'm done marking out, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out. So guys, once you are done cutting out your strips of fabric, the next thing we are going to do is to move on to the sewing machine, and we'll start to sew. So I'd like to bring to your notice that the best footer for this is your zipper foot, okay? So as we all know, the zipper foot makes work easier. Now I would like you to throw these questions to yourself and ask yourself, what kind of design am I trying to create? Okay, Then again, you have to consider the surface area you are about to conquer to know the amount of cord you are going to be producing. Okay, so here guys, the cord I have in hand is times 2 my fashion fabric. I'm showing you guys how to go about the sewing, how to place the cord before you start to sew. Did you get? So take for instance that your fashion fabric, the strip is like 10 inches, right? Now your cord is going to be 20 inches. Did you get? So that this will enable you to, turn over your cord, just like when you are creating loops. Did you get? But just watch, you see how everything is being done. Observe. So now we continue with the sewing, okay, making sure that the cord is covered up with the fashion fabric. Now guys, I would really appreciate it if you can only give this video a thumbs up, okay, so that it will get to a wider community. Who knows, someone may find it helpful. Okay, if you find this video valuable, helpful, you learned something new one way or the other, please give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel so that you will get more videos like this, detailed videos. Okay, and do not forget to click on the bell icon. That way you will know whenever I upload a new video. Okay, you will be notified automatically. All right, so let's continue. So after sewing, the next thing you're going to do is to trim off excess fabric. This will enable you to turn your strip easily. Okay, so here, this is me trying to turn this over. Now you see why I said your cord is going to be times 2 your fashion fabric. So at this point, you don't need to rush, slow but steady. Take it one step at a time to turn it over. So you are going to keep doing this until the fashion fabric is totally turned over the other part of the cord. Did you get? Some will sew the fashion fabric and they will use their safety pin to turn it over, and then with the same safety pin pass the cord through the channel created, okay, in the fashion fabric. So whichever method you find easier, please do well to use that method. Okay, so I'm almost done. As you can see, it's actually going now. So we are done turning it over. Can you see? So here I'm going to cut out the other part of the cord, as we are not going to be needing it. So the design you want to create depends on you. You can choose to have something like this or like this, okay, or even like this. It totally depends on you. All right, so for me, I will be marking out my design. Okay, this will guide you even more. So I want to have a spiral design like this. Okay, so now I know that my cord is going to be passing this way, line after the other, right? So with your needle and thread, we are going to start hand tacking, since we are using the hand tacking method. Remember, I said you can do the hand tacking, or you can also use your sewing machine to achieve the cording technique. Okay, so now also note that when you are tacking this, you are going to try to make your thread invisible, okay, so that your work will not look tacky. Make it invisible. Now have in mind that whatever color of thread you are making use of is going to be the same color as your fashion fabric. Okay, so now I'm showing you guys how to tack this. you pick the cord and pick your fashion fabric together and you pass out your thread. Okay, note that this is done underneath that part of the cording that you sewed. I'm using that as a reference to hand tag this. Okay, so you pick your cord, pick the fashion fabric like this, and you continue to sew. So I'll be showing you a picture right now so that you can understand better. So guys, with this picture, I believe you have a better understanding, just in case you weren't able to capture what is being done here. Okay, so I am almost done. So here guys, I'm done with the cording. Okay, so the part of your dress that you cord totally depends on you. Some people may choose to cord a particular part of their dress like we have in this skirt. Some may choose to cord the entire dress, okay, like we have here also. So the creativity depends on you. Okay, and for the rough edge, that's my starting point, that is kind of rough. Okay, you can avoid that by using this method. As you can see here, the two edge of the cord were used as an outlet. Like, they folded the cord, they started with the middle of the cord and they started cording. That is to say, this part and here, as you can see, serves as an outlet. Another thing you can do is to bead. You are going to use the stone bead, like the claw stones, right, to embellish also. Just, we have different sizes and colors of claw stones that you can use. This is a picture of what I'm saying, to embellish that part that is looking rough. So whichever, just be intentional with what you are doing. Okay, so I hope you understand. Please guys, give this video a thumbs up. So now guys, here in this part of the video, I thought to show you guys other ways that you can inculcate the cording technique. Okay, you can use it at the edges of your pillows, bags, duvets, bed sheets, still serving the purpose of what? Beautification. So we are going to place our cord this way. It is different from the other method. Like, you don't have to, your cord doesn't have to be ×2 of your fashion fabric, so it's the same length as the fashion fabric in this case. So you just have to start sewing after back stitching, okay, to secure the cord and the fashion fabric. So you start to sew, wrap up your cord into the fashion fabric, desired fashion fabric. Okay, so now once you are done sewing, the next thing to do is to bring your other fabric, the one you are going to be using for the pillowcase or for the bag, whatever you have in mind creating. Okay, so also know that you are not going to trim off the excess fabric like we did with the other cording method. Okay, so this excess fabric will also be useful in terms of this kind of technique. Okay, so now you have to start sewing round about your fabric. Okay, the size depends on you, what you are creating. All right, so this is just for tutorial sake. Now you sew, and when you get to the edge, you are going to notch. You notch the fabric so that it will enable you turn easily. Did you get? So I've notched, and like this I'll be able to turn so easily, and I'll continue my sewing. So note that we are sewing on just one part of the fabric. Okay, so now you can see how easy it was for me to sew because I notched that corner. Okay, so whatever corner you have to notch. So I'll notch again. Now after notching, we are going to continue with our sewing. So I sewed only the 3 corners of this squared fabric because I have the mindset of sewing a bag, just a small purse that can hold some little things for me. Okay, but if you are making a pillowcase or the type of pillow I showed earlier on, okay, you are going to sew the 4 corners of, like, you are going to cord the 4 corners of your desired fabric. And do have in mind that while you are at this, you are going to skip a part that will enable you to turn this over. Did you get? So now I've placed the second fabric on top like this. Just watch carefully, you will be able to get it. Okay, so you sew along. As you can see with my fingers, I know where the cord is, so I will not sew on top of it. All right, I'm just sewing around it. So using the zipper foot also, it is very helpful in projects like this. So the moment I'm done sewing, the next thing I'm going to do is to turn it over, and you guys are going to see the beautiful and neat finishing of this. So here again, guys, before you turn over, you're going to trim off excesses, okay, and cut off the fabric at the edges of this so that everything will lay flat for you. Now guys, do well to support me by clicking on the thumbs up icon you can see on the screen. Subscribe if you've not subscribed yet, okay, and also click on the bell icon so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. So at this part of the at this part of the fabric I'm showing you guys, I'm going to finish it up. This part that has the pins on, I'm going to finish it up using a zipper, okay, because I'm not making a pillowcase in my own case. So guys, that will be all for this tutorial. Please like, comment, share, subscribe if you've not subscribed, and please don't forget to like so that others will get to see this video. Okay, bye, see you guys on my next one.